Introduction: Mrs. Pumphrey's worry for Tricki. Tricki, a small, overfed dog, lived a luxurious life with his wealthy mistress, Mrs. Pumphrey. She pampered him excessively with rich food like cream cakes and chocolates, leading to his ill health. Tricki became lethargic and overweight, resembling a bloated sausage. Alarmed by his condition, Mrs. Pumphrey sought the help of Mr. Harriet, a veterinary surgeon. Mr. Harriet's intervention. Mr. Harriet advised Mrs. Pumphrey to put Tricki on a strict diet and increase his physical activity. However, she found it difficult to follow his instructions. When Tricki's health deteriorated further, he refused to eat, vomited, and showed no interest in his surroundings. Mr. Harriet decided to hospitalize him. Tricki's recovery at the surgery. At the surgery, Tricki underwent a remarkable transformation. He was given no special food or medication, only plenty of water and time to interact with other dogs. Playing and competing with them brought back his energy and reduced his weight. He started eating normally and adapted to an active lifestyle. Mrs. Pumphrey's overwhelming gratitude. During Tricki's stay, Mrs. Pumphrey kept sending luxury items like eggs, wine, and brandy, thinking they were essential for his recovery. Meanwhile, the veterinary staff enjoyed the treats. After 2 weeks, Mr. Harriet informed Mrs. Pumphrey that Tricki had fully recovered. The triumph of surgery. When Mrs. Pumphrey came to collect Tricki, she was overjoyed to see him healthy and energetic. She considered his recovery a triumph of surgery, unaware that the real cure was a change in lifestyle. Lessons from the story. The story highlights the importance of moderation and a healthy lifestyle for pets. It also portrays Mrs. Pumphrey's blind love for Tricki and Mr. Harriet's practical approach to solving problems. The humor lies in Mrs. Pumphrey's misunderstanding of Tricki's recovery process and the indulgence of the veterinary staff. Character sketch of Tricki. Tricki is a pampered and gluttonous dog whose greed for food causes his illness. Despite his initial lethargy, he adapts quickly to an active life, showing resilience and joy in simple pleasures like playing with other dogs.